Hey guys, we're back. So I'm going to show you the electric fan. In my last video, I wired up the temp sensor. I showed you kind of how to do the wiring and stuff like that. I didn't want to bore you guys. I want to make a quick video on this. So I went ahead and knocked this out, but I'm going to kind of just walk through it real quick. So these are my electric fans. These are 15-inch fans. I think they're putting out 22 to 2300 CFM on both of them. The back one is on a shroud, and I'll show you that when we get done talking. But you got two wires coming out of the fans. You can reverse them to get them to suck or pull. So this is a push fan. That back one's a suck fan. So I've got the power wire, which is my orange wire here, and a blue wire. The orange is running down to the blue on this side. The orange is on the blue. The blue is on the black on the back side. And I just tied them all together, and each one of them has a ground. Those are wired together, and then running up here and running to the battery for the ground. And then I just tidied everything up. And then you've got the controller here. It's got two relays. It's got a temp setting right here. And it's got a red wire and a yellow wire, a black wire, and then a black probe, and then a green wire. Your red wire is your power wire going to your battery. Your yellow goes to your ignition. Your green wire, which I'm going to be deleting, but I left it here for just a little bit so you can see it. This is for an air conditioning condenser. So you'd run this up into the air conditioner, so when it kicks on, it would automatically kick the fans on and make them start running to keep the car cool. I don't have air conditioner, so I'm going to delete that. I've got my probe stuck right in here, and the other ones are going to the ground and to the power. So the system that I'm using is this one right here. Not a paid advertisement, but it's a FASTSTORM Performance Products. Got it on the famous website that everybody orders just about everything on. I think it was 50 or 60 bucks maybe. I can link that down in the comments. But it's just a simple way to wire up this so that they're not running all the time, but they can kick on and stuff like that. Pretty easy, couple wires. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my heat gun. I'm gonna simulate heating the car up. You'll see them come on. I've got it set at 150, it's 60 right now at the radiator. They'll kick on at 150, this one will, and then 10 seconds later, the back one to start sucking from the shroud will come on. So I'm gonna turn the heat gun on, heat this up, we'll go through that, and then I'll show you the shroud on the back. Okay, so this one's kicked on, it's sucking the air, pushing it through the radiator. This one back here is sucking the air from the radiator and pushing it back out into the motor. So this thing's going to run down to 140, 142, somewhere in there. And once that runs down, these will shut off. And then when they shut off, then when the car reaches 150, they'll kick back on. So they just kicked off. They're not running anymore. This thing's just going to sit here and constantly monitor the temperature. And when it gets to 150, kick them back on. So let's take a look at the shroud and then we'll go from there. So here's the shroud that I made. I just took some metal that I bought at the local hardware store, cut out the shape that I needed, went an extra, about an inch, a little over an inch deep. And then I bent this over like an anvil. You could bend it over a table. Put a nice crease in it to make the sides, and then I just simply welded up the sides. And then I made a bracket that you can see down here that is welded on, that goes around the radiator and uses the bolts to hold the radiator in to hold the shroud to the radiator. And then I cut a circle in it so that my fan can suck through it, and then the fans is mounted to it. It's pretty simple, guys. It just has to be rigid. So what I did is I took a little piece of all steel, like a cold rolled steel, and put it under there, and then hit it on the anvil and put that crease in there, which gives it some stiffness so that it's not going to flop around on you when it's running. So that's the shroud I built. That's how the fans work. If you guys got any questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. But that's a simple, quick video on how the electric fans work. Till next time, guys, be safe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.